the biggest mistake that people make when they're spending money on Facebook ads is basically spending too much money on too few ad creatives. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tyler Day. If you don't know who I am, I'm the co-founder of OptimizeToConvert.com. OptimizeToConvert.com is a brand that I own with my brother Peter. And what we're all about, we're daily in the trenches doing affiliate marketing. We've been doing affiliate marketing since 2012. Really making a big income with affiliate marketing since 2015 in the past 5 years. And, every day we're still testing campaigns and, mostly running Facebook traffic to affiliate offers and making great money. So what we do is we also spread knowledge on the channel. You can check out our blog and our YouTube channel and our Facebook group, Affiliates Ask Anything. And, what our goal is to really help people out along their journey and, really just provide some value and some education in this space because there just really isn't enough of it, right? So what we're going to be talking about today is how much money should I spend on Facebook ads? Okay, so Facebook has really been my bread and butter traffic source for the past 5 years. Before we were doing Facebook traffic, we were doing search traffic like on Bing, the search engine, but there really just wasn't enough traffic on that source. And we had to move over to Facebook before we really started to hit some multi-million-dollar per year revenue figures. Okay. So we've been running Facebook ads every single day and for the past 5 years. And, we have a really good understanding as far as just exactly what you should be doing, whenever you're just firing up a campaign, if you're testing a new offer on Facebook or something like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you basically some good insights as far as, an idea of how much money you should be spending on Facebook ads. Okay. So right off the bat, the biggest mistake that people make when they're spending money on Facebook ads is basically spending too much money on too few ad creatives, okay? And also spending too much money on poor offers, right? So two different problems, basically not spending, not making enough ad creatives and not testing enough offers, okay? So within the first $500 of ad spend, of testing an offer, I'm basically making a decision on whether or not that offer is going to be a good offer. I'm basically looking at a preliminary indicator called the EPC, which means earning per click. And the EPC on the offer should basically be dramatically higher than your CPC or your cost per click on Facebook. So to make things simple, you should be earning more money per click that you send to the offer than your clicks are costing on Facebook. And, by ensuring that you have an offer with a good EPC, it's going to give you a lot more confidence to really push further down into the testing phase and really move things to profitability. So let me simplify things a little bit more. Let's say that you send 100 clicks. Let's say that you start on a Facebook ad and you spend $100 and you notice that your clicks are costing about $1 per click on Facebook. Okay. Now let's say that your earnings per click on the affiliate offer are less than $1. Let's say they're 30 cents or 20 cents, something like that. That would be an example where the offer is not good. And, you'd have to move away from that offer and either test a new offer or try something different. Okay, so the first $500 of ad spend should really be, deciding whether or not an offer is a good offer, okay? But within that first $500 of ad spend, you should also be testing many, many different creatives, okay? So, let's say that you have, $500 to test an ad campaign. What you should do is you should shoot to make at least 20 different ad creatives to test within the first $500. And, what I would suggest doing when it comes down to testing ad creatives is basically spending up to one time, whatever the offer payout is, per image or video creative that you're testing. So let's say, for example, that the offer pays $10. All right. that would mean that within a $500 testing budget, you would actually be able to test 50 different ad creatives. And, if something doesn't get a conversion on the offer within $10 of ad spend for a $10 payout, you would basically be killing that creative, that image or video creative, right? So by increasing the amount of ad creatives that you're testing, by increasing the images, the amount of videos that you're testing, you're at the same time increasing your probability of having good results, because the more that you're testing, the more that you're going to basically find stuff that's good, okay? Now, also within that first $500, you should be deciding whether or not the offer itself is worth continuing on. So, for example, I was running a campaign, I was testing a campaign last week, and during the first $500 of spend, I had basically only made back about $50 on the offer. And really this does happen more often than not when I'm testing completely brand new, random, unproven offers, because most offers out there are bad. Okay. So really I'm setting up a threshold where I want to see, good results on the offer before I'm, continuing further down the testing phase. So in that instance, I basically killed that offer and I moved on to a different offer, because, losing 90% of the money on a $500 spend, there's very little likelihood that that's going to turn around and actually be something that's profitable, okay? However, the next $500 that I spent on a new offer that I got, I actually earned back all of my money. I earned back $500 on the $500 ad spend just within my initial testing period, okay? And since the offer payout was a little bit higher on this, basically I was running an offer that paid about $40 per conversion. I had only tested about 10 different ad creatives within that first $500. And, some of the ad creatives were actually very promising and very good, and some of them were not very good. So, earning back the money within that test, it doesn't always happen like that. It's not always like when you're testing, you're going to either lose all your money or make all your money. Sometimes it can be sort of in the middle, like you have okay results, like the offer seems promising, but maybe you just need to improve or test more ad creatives, right? So from there, basically, once I identified that the offer was good, I basically doubled down on my testing. And the next day I went and launched 20 more ad creatives after I'd killed off all the ad creatives that hadn't gotten a conversion after my $40 spend, because I'm working with an offer that had a $40 payout. So after each ad creative had spent $40 and didn't get a conversion, I killed it off. If it had gotten a conversion, I let that creative keep running. And the creatives that I killed off, I basically replaced with new ad creatives and, relaunch those to continue testing. All right. Now, when I'm in the testing phase of testing a new campaign, within the first 500, like I said, I'm basically looking for some benchmarks. Like, okay, am I losing, 90% of my money? Am I at maybe like a 30% loss? Is there, room for improvement that I could flip this into profit? Stuff like that. Okay. But after you've identified that the offer is good and that you want to continue down the testing path even more, usually within the $2,000 to $3,000 range, I'm making final decisions of whether I'm going to continue testing that campaign or completely kill it, right? So, in my instance, like the offer payout is $40, right? So within a, $2,000 testing period, I would actually be able to test, let's see, how many ad creatives? Let me see. It's freezing up on me here. Okay, but I'd be able to test something like 50 ad creatives, at a $40 threshold, right? So, by testing 50 ad creatives and, not finding one that would actually work and be profitable, I'd basically be looking at killing a campaign after about that much spending threshold. So, Yeah, so basically follow these guidelines. And, like I said before, one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're testing campaigns is basically spending too much money on too few tests. So I see often when, people are testing a campaign on Facebook, they might spend something like, $500, but only test like 2 or 3 different ad creatives. And they'll be spending and waiting for it to flip into profit. And then when it never does, they get discouraged and then they kill the whole thing, right? But, what would happen if you were testing so many more ad creatives, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 ad creatives? The chances of you actually finding something that would be good, especially if the offer is converting well and it's a good proven offer, that's how you really get into profitability on Facebook. Okay, guys, so that's the big secret right there. If you're looking to decide how much money you should spend on Facebook ads, basically use this video as a guideline, okay? Now, if you're looking for more help, if you go to our site, optimizetoconvert.com, on our products tab of the site, you'll notice some different offerings here. So first of all, we have a case study that shows exact examples of affiliate campaigns that we've ran. We've got a course called the Social Lead Gen Blueprint, which basically walks you through from A to Z how to run Facebook ads for lead generation, for affiliate marketing. Okay, it's a very specific way of doing things, and we really lay out exactly what to do from setting up your account to testing to finding a winner and scaling that into profitability. Okay, other than that, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, we have our virtual day in the office package. This is great for somebody that's really looking for the full package, and me basically holding your hand, even showing you campaigns that are working, and just really leading you through the whole process of getting profitable and scaling up on Facebook. Anyways, guys, I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.